If you would live with reason, then begin by honoring your word, not as a performance, but as a duty. It is not necessary to say much, only to say what is true, to say what one will do, and then to do it. Let there be no separation between voice and act. You ask what it means to live rightly. Then hear this. If a man's word drifts like dust in the wind, how will his soul be steady? First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. Many people speak of virtue, but few have the discipline to follow through on what they claim. The philosopher does not speak to impress. He speaks to bind himself to reality. If he says he will act, it is as if the action is already done, for the gap between word and deed must be as narrow as possible. Do not think you are doing something small by keeping a promise. Even the smallest act, kept faithfully, is a thread that holds your character together. Break that thread, and you will feel the unraveling. Slowly at first, then all at once. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Marcus Aurelius. What more is needed? This is not poetry, it is instruction. Let this be your measure in speech and in silence. To keep your word is not for the sake of how others see you. That is the concern of actors, not philosophers. A Stoic keeps his word because his word arises from what is just, and justice does not sway with convenience. When you tell another person you will do something, you give a piece of yourself to them. If you then act contrary to it, you not only deceive them, you separate yourself from your own soul. Nothing great is created suddenly, Epictetus, and neither is character. It is built in the dark when no one is watching, when you are tired, when the task is unglamorous, when you could walk away and no one would know. You would know. You fear being seen as weak, but there is no weakness in restraint. If you know you cannot or will not follow through, then say nothing. That silence is stronger than 1,000 hollow declarations. There is no virtue in promising much and doing little. Let others make noise. Your task is to be steady, to speak with intention, to act without excuse. To live in harmony with nature means to live in harmony with logos, reason. And what is reason but the alignment between what is thought, what is said, and what is done? Let no fracture appear between these three. You may deceive another man for a moment, but you cannot deceive your own ruling faculty. It records everything, and over time, it will no longer believe you. You will become untrustworthy to yourself. That is the true poverty. Stand upright, not be set upright. Marcus Aurelius. Let your discipline come from within, not from punishment, not from reputation, not from fear. If you say you will rise at dawn, rise. If you say you will withhold anger, withhold it. This is not for applause, it is for the sake of coherence. What you do not do corrupts you as much as what you do. A promise unkept leaves a mark. Do not become one of those who speak with ease and act with hesitation. Better to be silent and firm than loud and unsure. Some will argue that circumstances change, that you meant it at the time. Yes, circumstances change. But character must not. Make no promise unless it is tied to your unchanging principles. There is more dignity in refusing a task than in accepting it and failing to perform. Be wary of pleasing speech. It is often the seed of disorder. Choose instead speech that is aligned with what you can will and what you can endure. Don't waste the remainder of your life speculating about others. It is in your power to retire into yourself whenever you choose. Marcus Aurelius. Withdraw from gossip and speculation. Say what you will do, then do it. Do not ask whether others are watching. Ask instead whether you are. You are not hidden from your own nature. That which you claim and do not do becomes a weight upon the soul. The penalty for breaking your word is not external. It is internal erosion. The will loses its edge. the mind becomes divided, and when you speak again, the voice will sound hollow even to your own ears. You will feel it: hesitation before commitment, doubt before action. And that doubt is the echo of your previous dishonesty. A philosopher need not promise. His life is promise enough. Let your way of being be so consistent that others know your speech before you speak. If you say you will begin a practice, begin it. If you say you will refrain, refrain. If you err, acknowledge it and return. But never make your speech cheap. You may be unconquerable if you enter into no combat in which it is not in your power to conquer. Epictetus. Only speak what is within your domain. Do not pledge the weather. Do not promise the behavior of others. Speak only what the will can deliver. Let your word be a form of action, not a performance, not a wish, not a bargaining chip. Action. When you keep your word, you are not only doing what is right, you are strengthening the very muscle that upholds reason. Each fulfilled act builds integrity. Each neglected one dismantles it. Even in failure, there is honor in effort. But there is no honor in false promise. You do not have to speak often, but what you speak, bind yourself to. Words are not wind. They are the outlines of your intention. Let your words reflect your nature, and let your nature be shaped by reason. You need no witness, only the approval of your own ruling faculty. Speak as one who governs himself. Act as one who has spoken with care. Then whether others believe in you or not, you will believe in yourself. Please like and subscribe for more content.